I am the youngest of two. I have an older brother. This is a little picture of him right there. His name is Lyle. He's a very handsome, very
Hi,
beautiful
Lyle.
young man. But as you can see, he looks very serious because, as it is known, most older siblings are the more serious, more organized of the bunch. So my older brother was very, I don't know, he was more serious than me. He was more organized. He's very, 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 very smart. Um, and so I guess that kind of left room for me to be the more, I don't know, creative, excited one. I think he he's very, very popular and very sociable. So I don't know. I think we both have that in common. But I think being the younger sibling has kind of made me the more adventurous or excited one. He probably wouldn't want me to say that, but it's true. So.
I am an only child, and I think it affects my personality in a few ways. All good, of course, because who else do they even compare me to? No, but seriously, when I grew up, even though I'm an only child, I had a really close knit family, a lot of cousins, aunts, and uncles around. So one of the things that was drilled into my head as a kid was to not be selfish, to make sure that I shared and was considerate of others. And as an only child, we get a lot of flack about not being caring and considerate and sharing, which is BS. Because actually I am. And I think I maybe even overcompensate sometimes because I don't want the stigma of being an only child. That's one part. The other part is, as an only child, you chart your own course because you have to. You always have. I make friends easily because you have to. I'm also very much comfortable with being alone and spending a lot of time by myself, which I think is fantastic. A lot of people can't spend time alone, do not know what to do with themselves if they don't have a lot of people around. I am the opposite. Matter of fact, I'm considering a silent retreat soon. Shout out to all the only kids.
So I am the middle child of two sisters, and we're all pretty close in age. So most middle children are typically more independent because a lot of times they feel like they're unnoticed. So they go out of their way to do crazy things to get attention and get noticed. I think I definitely did that, probably still do now, but more when I was younger because I was really goofy. So to try to get my siblings and my parents to notice me. But then also I would say I am a little more independent because my parents would say I'm the one child that calls the least. So sorry about that, Mom and Dad, but it kind of just happened that way. My older sister calls them a lot, and she's like the first one, so everything's a big deal with her. It's like their first kid to move out of the house. And then with my younger sister, it'll be like, oh, it's their last one to leave. So the middle kid definitely does get unnoticed. So they are more independent and just adventurous.
I am the kind of the baby in the family. He was born before me, and so I would always try and get him to try new things and kind of be more, I guess, exciting and spontaneous and that kind of thing. For example, he would, in music wise, he would listen to more of kind of old school hip hop, like Tupac, Biggie, and them. And I listened to more like the younger generation, like Drake, Lil Wayne, Uzi, and all them. So I was trying to get him, try and change his musical style a bit. Sometimes he backs off and gives in, but other times he's like, no, I don't want to do that. So kind of like a little dynamic here and there.
So I am the baby of the family, and this is my sister. She's 2 years older than me, well, almost 2 years. And everyone thinks I'm older, but I'm not. And really, we're like the complete opposite. So she's a little bit more shy. She was always into music, and she's a little bit more tame than I am. And I was always a little bit more outgoing and sassy and crazy, but moving that aside. So usually when you're growing up, it's like the older sister's the one that makes the mistakes and is a little bit more independent than you, and then your parents are really cool and leaning on you. So it's kind of the opposite way around. We're not going to get too into detail about that, but into our adult life, it's kind of still been the same. We're best friends now, but I am very direct. I tell it like it is. I'm super outgoing and I like to be out of the house. And she's a little bit more of a homebody, and she's very chill and she likes her nights in, and I respect that, but nothing's changed.